Genesis chapter 49 and in verse 3. Genesis chapter 49 and in verse 3. It says, Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength. Ushers, I need all activities arrested. We don't have too many male ushers, so I need a female to join them. Don't say because it's men. Be on different positions, please. Even if you are taking your seat. I read again. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength. You are the excellency of dignity and the excellency of power. This morning, I want to briefly minister on the message titled, The Dignified Man, dash, the excellency of dignity. The dignified man, dash, the excellency of dignity. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 10. It says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, O man, the dignified man, do it with thy might. For there is no labor, there is no employment, there is no business, there is no work, there is no device, there is no equipment, there is no instrument, there is no knowledge, there is no degree, there is no certification. There is no wisdom in the grave where every man will arrive one day at the right time, whither thou goest. But while you are still alive, and you will be alive for a very, very long time, whatsoever thy hand, put this, I'm still reading. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with all thy might. Our objectives today, they are four. Number one, understanding what excellence in dignity is all about. Please add that part. Understanding what excellence in dignity is all about. Number two, understanding the laws of excellence. Or you can say principles, the same thing, of excellence in dignity. Understanding the laws or principles. Any adjustment I make, ICT just adjust along. Understanding the laws and principles of excellence in dignity. And number three, understanding the ways to excellence in dignity. I would like to say this as a matter of introduction. That excellence simply can be defined. And when I mean excellence in dignity. Can simply be defined as knowing what to do with your life and doing it well. When we are talking about excellence in dignity for a dignified man, is knowing what to do with your life and doing it well. There is no dignity as a man if you don't know what to do with your life. Because the beginning of a dignified man is knowing what to do with your life. And not just knowing it, but doing it very well. This is what makes you a dignified man. Because an excellent man is a dignified man. And a dignified man is an excellent man. There cannot be dignity without excellence. What makes people become dignified in life is their excellence, which is their ability to know what to do with their lives and doing it very well. That is what brings them into dignity. So we can summarily say that excellence is the major ladder into dignity. If you want to climb into dignity in life, you must embrace excellence. And like I said, excellence is simply defined as knowing what to do with your life and doing it well. We can all not be the same thing in life. All of us cannot be doctors. All of us cannot be engineers. All of us cannot be pastors. All of us cannot be anything coming into your mind, businessmen. But whatever you have discovered to know as what to do with your life, do it well. Help me tell your neighbor. Say, neighbor, know what to do with your life and do it well. There is no dignity until you embrace excellence. When ordinary people climb the ladder of excellence, they become dignified people. It is possible to be nobody yesterday and become somebody today because of your embrace of excellence. When it comes to excellence, you don't need a past to have a future. It is possible to be coming from no background and yet have mega future, all because you took the bridge of excellence. It is only excellence that can make somebody with a very poor past to have a glorious future. If only many people know that the point of change of a man's life is the embrace of excellence, you will go for it. And it is simply defined as knowing what to do with your life and doing it well. This has nothing to do with the village you were born. This has nothing to do with the parents that gave birth to you. This has to do with you. No matter where you are coming from, no matter how you were born, no matter where you are born, if you decide to know what to do with your life and you make up your mind to do it well, you are bound to reach the top. I am too convinced that God is raising dignified people from this service. If they are around, I will know them by the sound of their amen. So, excellence is the pathway to dignity, is the bridge to dignity. When excellence becomes your identity, dignity becomes your identity also. When excellence becomes your identity, and when I mean excellence, you already know what I mean. Knowing what to do and doing it well. As long as you are a plumber, you are choosing to be a plumber, but not just a plumber. Is it plumber? I think they said the B is silent. Okay, you are a plumber, and you are not just a plumber, you are an excellent plumber. You end up becoming a dignified plumber. You are an engineer, not just an engineer, but an excellent engineer. You are bound to end as a dignified engineer. You are a doctor, not just an ordinary doctor, but an excellent doctor. You are bound to end up as a dignified doctor. You are a pastor, not just an ordinary pastor, but an excellent pastor. You are bound to end up a dignified pastor. Do you want to end up dignified? Choose excellence. Choose excellence. which is simply knowing what to do and doing it well. Standing out in whatever you have chosen to do with your life. That is, let me go further. I'm already preaching the other side of the message rather. Do we have scriptural example of people that were nobody, but their embrace of excellence took them to the top? Because of time, I will only give you two. Number one, Joseph in Egypt. Joseph in Egypt. He was nobody, but the embrace of excellence took him to become the number two, the second man in power, in position, the second man in dignity in the entire land of Egypt. In Genesis chapter 41, verse 37 to 41, the Bible says, and the thing was good in the eyes of Pharaoh, and in the eyes of all his servants. Continue. And Pharaoh said unto his servant, Can we find such a one as this is, a man in whom the Spirit of God is? And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, For as much as God has showed thee all this, there is none so excellent, so discreet, so detailed, and wise as you are. By this reason, thou shalt be over my house. By what you have put on ground, elevation comes. By this reason, thou shalt be over my house, and according to thy word, shall all my people be ruled. Only in the throne will I be greater than thou. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, You have offered excellence. I am setting you over the land of Egypt. Somebody say dignity. He didn't just wake up one day and Pharaoh came to the prison and say, Is there any man I want to elevate here? Okay, you come. You are now the next in command in Egypt. You know, there are people that are wishing for such lifting without doing nothing. You will wish till you grow old and die. It is not a cause. Everything will remain the same. You do nothing, you see nothing. You do nothing, you see nothing. You can wish till tomorrow, keep wishing, and yet see nothing. It was what Joseph did that took him to the top. And not just doing it, but doing it very well. That is why not everybody is promotable. Permit that English. In every place, in every work, in every company. People can be employed the same day, yet some begin to leave others behind at a certain level because we are not putting the same effort into the work we do. Excellence is knowing what to do with your life and doing it well. There are things I don't know how to do. I have not been called to do it. And when I see people that have been called to do it, I tell them to go ahead and do it. I don't argue with them. But I know what God has called me to do. If I do it well, I am bound to end up at the top. And if I don't do it well, God forbid, the other side is also the story. There is nothing as wicked to yourself than knowing what to do with your life, but you choose to be a mediocre with it. I was telling my wife, this was not the cloth I was supposed to wear. The cloth I was supposed to wear was given to a tailor. But it was this kind of transparent material. By the time I opened it, there was no lining inside. Transparent article material. I called the young man from the office here. After I gave him some time to wake up. Were you in your full senses? A man handed over a material to you. So transparent. And you return it back to me with that lining. Honestly, he said, honestly, I didn't think about it. Abba, I told my wife, I say, I am changing him on the spot. No. You see, something is not about the second wife of your father. Oh. No, because people are very quick to blame their stepmother and say it is the dibia in the village. That is the reason why they are not making it in Lagos. The way people walk. There are ways people walk, you know, this one cannot be recommended for promotion. Never. There are people you will know that the level they are now, they will spend a very long time there. By the output of what is coming out from their work. When you don't know how to do what you do well, you end up staying a long time at the level where you are. It's your choice. Nobody has time for nonsense. There are many people doing the same thing you are doing. You don't do it well, people will find alternative. Not even when the resources is theirs. Is somebody hearing me well? Nobody can claim to be the only person that is irreplaceable in life is God. God has no alternative. Satan is not an alternative to God. Satan operates opposite of God's ways. It's not the opposite of God, but he operates opposite of God's ways. He's a creature that cannot be opposite of his creator. He only chose to operate opposite. God is the only one that has no alternative. But there is no human being in life that you think you are indispensable. They are patronizing you. You are reducing quality. You are reducing excellence. And you think your customers don't have alternative. Give them time. Very soon there are some that will block your line. And you won't hear from them again. Excellence is your ability to know what to do with your life and choosing to do it well. Because whatever you are doing, you are not the only one doing it. People have alternatives. Even as a pastor, I'm sure you know how many churches many of us passed on our way from our home to this place. It will be very, very foolish on my part to think the people worshiping here don't have alternative. Even if it is within the commission, there are other branches. Every agenda of the enemy to replace it. Every agenda of the enemy to not do every agenda of the enemy to bury your head in so that your head is not developed. That agenda is arrested by fire. I stand today to reveal every power working against your dignity. Every power that doesn't want you to reveal. Upon this commission, that power is silent. You are not permitted to be a failure. You are not permitted to fail. You are not permitted to be buried in the ground. You are not permitted to live a low life. God will take you to the top. Give Jesus a very big clap of hands and take your seat. The second example is Daniel. In Daniel chapter 6, verse 3, he said, then this Daniel, screen are coming up, just bear with them, but make my own work. Then this Daniel was preferred above the president and princes because an excellent spirit was with him. He was preferred. You can see what makes people get preferred. Excellence is what makes you to be people's preferred choice. Nothing more. You can fire from today to tomorrow. That is, you can spend 3 hours praying in tongues. It's very, very good. But if there is no excellence, you won't be people's preferred choice. The only thing, if you have that scripture and you have powered your screens, you can let them know. And ensure you return back online. What makes you a preferred choice is when you offer excellence. There are unbelievers that are beating believers to it. People know that they are unbelievers, yet they still patronize them. And they know you are a believer and they are not interested. Including fellow believers who don't patronize fellow believers. Too much of compromise. And they are asking, is it because we attend the same church? That I gave you cloth to sew. You sewed it as if it was an elephant that wanted to wear it. Say, where is the spirit of excellence? Even if I'm privileged to be your pastor, and I patronize you and you don't deliver an excellent job, you won't see me again. I will still be laying hands on you, but won't be giving you jobs. Nobody has time for nonsense. Is somebody hearing me? So the question today is, what is excellence? Let me go deeper into definition of excellence. What exactly is excellence? Quickly, number one, excellence, immediately I call it, you can put it on the screen for people after I've called it. Excellence is the character of being outstanding or being extremely good. That's what makes you a dignified man at the end of the day. Excellence is the character. You can put it, what is excellence in dignity, as a question. Excellence is the character of being outstanding or being extremely good. Remember, I said it is knowing what to do with your life and doing it very well. Number two, what is excellence in dignity? Excellence, help me undo that child crying. Excellence is existence and performance far above average or ordinary. Excellence is existence and performance far above average or ordinary. That is, you don't settle for the average. Where you hear statement like, Oga, help me manage them, I am trying. That is an average mentality person talking. They are telling you that, can't it be better? What you are offering, your product, your service, can you not deliver better than this? He say, help me manage them, I am trying. That is somebody that you should know that are settled for the average. When you hear people talk like that, help me manage them, I am trying. Excellence is where you refuse to settle for an average. If there is any room to improve on what I do, I go for it. If there is any room to be better in this my product, in my service, I go for it. At my place of work, in the role I am playing, in the office, the job they gave to me, if there is any room to deliver better results, it must happen. We heard the testimony of our sister. 2 times now she has escaped being laid off this year. First set of people were laid off, she wasn't. She was exempted because she delivered results. Second set, that was second service or this service? Second service. Okay, so some people were not there. One of our sisters testified of how she was called. She missed the call because she was in service and went and later spoke with the boss the following day that they have prepared a list of people to be laid off and her name was there. Say, for what? Say, because of the volume of sales, not meeting sales target. At the end of the day, it was in the middle of the June prayer mountain. She was on a dry fast, 3 days dry fast. She trusted the Lord for a divine intervention and continued to do what she knew how to. She said in the testimony that I know I am putting my best into the work. For those that were there, did she make that kind of statement? That I know that I am working my best in the work. When you put in your best, the best will come to you. In a matter of time, she's in the real estate industry. By the help of God on excellent service, a client bought a property in 9 zeros. You know what 9 zeros means? 9 zeros starts with 1 billion. 9 zeros. On the spot, when it happened, the person, human resources, that was meant to send the mail for being laid off, had proceeded to send the mail before the sales came in. It was the MD Gongon Gabadaya, not the head of sales. The managing director himself called her. Said, please consider that email a mistake. That is, you know, she's in the sales department. You have this head of sales. You have the HR. You have the person. The MD Gabada, maybe he was in copy. Who will sack this kind of a person? At the end of the day, instead of a sack letter, he said, expect another letter. It was promotion letter. He said, I have met my target of 3 months. But if I don't go to work and sell any other thing, I will still be collecting salary. Nobody do away with excellent people. You see, this one you want people to manage you as a liability. Say, I did try manage me the way I am. Who has time to manage anybody? Especially when people are parting with their resources. They are giving you their handheld resources. You are delivering a mediocre service to them. You are telling them to manage your mediocre service with their own handheld resources. Who does that? And it's not only money. Time is money. If you people are here now for the next 1 hour and I have nothing to say to you that makes sense, you consider your stay here a waste. I just wasted my time remaining in service. God forbid. When people's resources are being exchanged, it includes their money, it includes their time. They expect to have an excellent service in exchange for their hand-end time and resources. We were in a wedding some days ago, my brother-in-law's wedding. 2 of them married. Okay, I'm live. I might not be able to say some things. But at the end of the day, somebody came late for that wedding. And we got the information, the reason the person came late was because the tailor she gave her cloth to, since February, as at the wedding day, money of the wedding. In fact, I can say it, the mother-in-law of the second bride, the cloth was not ready in June. It's witchcraft, ba? No, let me know what is affecting that tailor. The herbalist of our village. Herbalist of our village, ba? Kind of human beings are some people. Gave you clothes since February, and June you have not delivered. You better leave that profession. Just pack it up. And the person told you is a wedding cloth, and I'm playing a major role. I'm the mother of the groom. Mother of the groom, Gabadaya. 4 months. You think it's one big cloth? It was a gown. Lasted 4 months in the tailor's house. And when that kind of person now doesn't have customers anymore, start coming to meet pastor, I don't understand what is happening to my finances. The pastor, pray for me, pray for me. The devil, they are attacking my finances. Attacking. My whole village is after my finances. She won't tell you that she delivers cloth in 4 months. That's why some prayers don't get answered. Because what pastor doesn't know, God knows. And God will say, my servant, don't waste your time on this one. On serious. Nobody does serious things with unserious people. What is excellence? Okay. What is excellence? Excellence is superiority and supremacy of functionality and productivity. Excellence is superiority and supremacy of functionality and productivity. That is, if the best in what you do are to be listed out, you are in top position. Top position. I know one thing, I saw a Liverpool striker moved officially yesterday to play for Bayern Munich in Germany. Germany is known to be one of the top racist countries where they don't honor or revere black people. But at the end of the day, a black man is being honorably welcomed into the team as the person they are counting on for the next season. Why? Because he has what to deliver. You see, when you have what to deliver, people won't check your skin color. I said it the last time. One of the top senior advisors to the current president of US, Joe Biden, is a Nigerian woman. She is right there in the White House as a senior special advisor to Joe Biden. Nobody is asking for her nationality anymore. Nobody. She asks quality. When you have quality, nobody will ask for your gender. Are you male or female? She's female. A Nigerian woman in the White House. Senior special role. But she has quality. Help me tell your neighbor, say neighbor, work on yourself. Number 4, what is excellence? Excellence is expertness or expertise, mastery and skillfulness, both in input and output in life. Excellence is expertness or expertise, mastery or skillfulness in both inputs and outputs in life. I'm sure the other time I was asking you, the rating, when they are rating people, I think we have like in the ICT world, it's basic. After basic, we have intermediate. After intermediate is what? Professional or expert, right? If you are currently basic, know that people have limited things they can do with a basic person. Oracle, or let me just mention a big company, Coca-Cola, worldwide. They need somebody for a job. And they are asking you for computer skill. You think they are asking for MS Windows? If a multinational now is asking whether you have computer skills, you are mentioning MS-DOS, MS Windows. I can power a computer. Nobody, they will even reply your application email. When people are picking up all manner, we dealt with it last Sunday with the youth, updated youth. Several Oracle certifications, several of them, it's not my line. It was dealt with by Minister Dominic last Sunday. Several of them now, that people are getting certified here and there. All manner of blue chip technologies that are coming, blockchain, blue chip technologies that are coming up with all manner of certifications. I said it last Sunday that a man said, in the 21st century, an illiterate is not the person that has not gone to school. But an illiterate in the 21st century is the person that cannot make use of a computer. So it's possible to be a degree holder, but yet useless. For your inability to maneuver around the computer system. Even if you are basic now, work to become intermediate. If you are intermediate now, work to become a professional. So that when people are talking, you are relevant in discussion. Nobody wants people that will draw them back. That they will mention something now and you'll be asking, excuse me, what are you talking about? God forbid. Number 5, what is excellence? Excellence is high quality, high standard operation and condition of existence or performance. Excellence is high quality, high standard operation, and condition of existence or performance. If there is anything higher than the quality you offer, you push for it. In whatever you do, even if you are a security man, there's one guy in VI that directs traffic, a police officer. That guy dances to direct in front of the, very close to law school. Honestly speaking, my challenge is where his position is difficult to park. Every time I pass, I feel like stopping to give him money without him asking. Doing the same thing his colleagues are doing, but doing it in a different way. Make up your mind that whatever you are doing, you are going for the highest quality of service, highest quality of standard in operation and condition of performance. And number 6, what is excellence? Excellence is addiction to quality and allergy to mediocrity. Excellence is addiction to quality and allergy to mediocrity. God knows that if there is any way to do what we do better, I am interested. God knows. I am interested. I am interested. I was telling the Bible school students that I was in Ilori till yesterday. I came back from Ilori yesterday. And I was telling the Bible school students in Ilori church that I have studied our Father in the Lord. And I've seen a servant of God that is ready to do more as long as there is space for more in what he does. I told them there was a time in his life he told us this directly. He said he told God, he said if there is any gift you gave to any minister of God and the person is not using it well, I am available for you. After that prayer came the music mantle. And I told somebody, and I don't know whether I told my wife too, that mantle originally must have been taken from somewhere else. Those songs we are singing was meant to be downloaded from heaven by someone else who wasn't serious with it. Heaven was already late on time. Like what they call arrears. Songs were piling up in heaven in arrears. They were meant to be downloaded. The vessel that was meant to do it was unserious. Then somebody said, God, if there is anything anybody is not using that is wasting, I am available. The mantle left the person on him. And on rapid succession, songs, to tell you heaven was waiting since. Like the song we sang now, Prince of Peace. Take me to the place you, how many? Hundreds upon hundreds of them. Upon a servant of God that never knew 10, 15 years ago that he will ever release one song or sing it. He said there was no idea. Many of us have heard that message. No picture of it. No sign of it. But at the juncture, Lord, if there is any grace you placed upon anybody and the person is not serious with it, I am willing. Before you will pray that kind of prayer, it means the ones you gave, you have helped me to be faithful with them. But I have room for more. I have room for more. How do you explain a man of God that in the middle of the week is an evangelist, on Sunday is a pastor? It is enough to be a full-time evangelist. And many full-time evangelists can do one crusade in 3 months, including late Riambonke. That their crusade can be 3 crusades in a year. How do you explain finishing London crusade, resuming on Sunday as a pastor, departing again for national crusade, returning again on Sunday as a pastor, again crusade? On top of it, Almighty God came out. Songs are being released more than those that are full-time music ministers. Those that there are full-time music ministers that release one album in a year. How do you explain somebody that is releasing album almost every time? One, just one is enough. Multiple dimensions happening at the same time. Why? Because a man has chosen to know what he wants to do with his life and doing it well. Excellence is when you have attraction to quality and repulsion to mediocrity. Finally, what is excellence? Excellence is driving for the best and doing the best at everything you do in life. Driving for the best and doing the best. Driving for the best. Whatever you are managing business, you are managing work, you are managing one task or the other in your field of endeavor. Drive for the best. Never agree to anything lower than the best. Drive for the best. Drive for the best. If there is a position higher than where you are now, that is where you must aim at until you are there. Is somebody hearing me say I hear? The question is, what are the principles of excellence as I begin to round off gradually? What are the principles or laws of excellence? Number one, please note that excellence, which is doing it well, and mediocrity, which is doing it average, are both human habits. They are habits, they are not gifts. They are both habits, not gifts. There is nothing called the gift of excellence. If you have ever found it in the Bible, let me see it. Excellence is not a divine gift. It's not a natural gift. It's not any form of gift. Excellence is a choice. And it is an habit you develop. I choose to be excellent, then I walk towards excellence. I want to be the best in this thing that I do. And I will not relax until I am counted as one of the best in it. Nobody has the gift of excellence. Nobody. It is not a gift, it is a habit. It is an habit that you choose to develop. Those who possess the habit of excellence are the ones that deliver excellence habitually. The same thing, mediocrity is also not lack of gift. There are some people that say, if only I have, if not that I don't have the gift of excellence, that's the reason why I can't do it well. A friend of my wife and I, that we went to the same primary school, once told my wife, said, anybody can study medicine. She's a doctor, dentist precisely. He said, anybody can study medicine if only you choose, you are ready to read your books 2 hours every day from the first day of the semester. From the first day of the semester, anybody can study medicine if only you are ready to read and study your books to minimum 2 hours every day from semester day one. The problem why many people fail such courses is because they want to start reading 24 hours to exam. You can't pass medicine that way. Even there are engineering courses you can't pass that way. 2 hour, 24 hours to exam. The exam timetable is tomorrow. You are now picking a textbook of 850 pages. You know how they set medical exams? It is not A, B, C, D. Let's say all of them are statements. One statement. That is, let me just create something that doesn't exist. Opunicitis. It doesn't exist. Opunicitis is a function of dash and dash, which eventually becomes dash and dash. Fill in the gap. They lift up a statement from an 850 pages textbook and tell you to fill the exact word. You know what they are telling you? Memorize the entire textbook. That is the way they set medical exam. So an average daddy, why you see daddy to have finished, daddy graduated from medicine 1992, and he can still remember everything. It was because several textbooks were memorized. Several textbooks were memorized to pass exam. Because when people are on emergency and they have a medical situation, there won't be time to go and check a textbook. What is happening to this person? With textbook, it is optometry. Hey, where's the optometry textbook? A casualty in the emergency. There's no time. So they will tell you, anybody that is not excellent cannot be a doctor. You will see a medical set, 100 level, they were 200. Graduating set, 600 level, 30 of them. 170 dropped on the way. It's not for people that are not serious. Good habits can be formed, and bad habits can be changed. In case you have been this unserious person with your life, it can be changed. And if you want to be a serious person with your life, it can be formed. Hello? Am I wasting your time? Can drop the mic. I don't need why I should waste people's life. I'm closing soon. Number 2, what are the principles of excellence? Excellence is an adventure, not a destination. It's not like you will say that I have arrived. There is no room for improvement. No. No matter what you are celebrating today to be excellent, is a compromise tomorrow. Like I told the youth, there used to be the upstairs. 1-story building, the first 1-story building in Nigeria at Badagry. People used to go on excursion in Ibadan, where I grew up. What's it called now? The Cocoa House was the first skyscraper in Nigeria. People used to come from other cities to come and watch the tall building. But where is Cocoa House today? It's a mediocre building. Compared to even the ones on Broad Street. Then don't go to Dubai. It's no longer nothing. Because what you think is excellence today will soon be a compromise tomorrow. Number 3. Yeah. Already, I've said it. Yesterday's excellence is today's mediocrity. What we celebrated yesterday, we can wholly tolerate today. Number 3. Please correct the numbering. Whatever is visible, audible, and tangible, I told the youth also the same thing last week, is improvable. Whatever you are doing that is visible, audible, and tangible is improvable. Another way to say it, whatever you do that you can see, you can hear, you can touch, can be improved upon. There is always a better way to do whatever you have been applauded for now. Because the people clapping today, if you don't improve, won't clap tomorrow. Am I making sense at all? They might clap today because whatever you are doing now is relevant today. By tomorrow, they won't clap for you if you don't improve on yourself. The next point, principle of excellence, is that life is a fighter ground. What we sow determines what we reap. You sow excellence, you reap dignity. Those who sow average reap mediocrity. Those who sow excellence reap dignity, dignified man. When you put average inputs, you cannot produce excellent outcome. Like I said, you cannot be reading. I tell my children, if you are not the kind, no matter how brilliant you think you are, if you are not the type that read every day towards exam, you can't come out to an excellent result. No matter how brilliant you think you are. If you want to reap excellent performance in life, ensure that you don't put average input. You cannot do things any way you like and reap the best in life. Somebody say never. Somebody say never. Number next. Whatever you are numbering it. The best of life answers to the best of man. The best of life. It is possible to be born in a Nigerian village, but by your excellence in sports, you end up becoming a billionaire. Being paid by the best of the clubs. Look at Sadio Mane from a very poor village in Senegal. But today, one of the highest, right now, is on the Ballon d'Or list for the next one, whether this year or next year. From a very poor village in Senegal. But because he's putting the best into what he does, the best of life is answering for him. He's literally a multi-millionaire in dollars. No consideration of his village. No club has ever asked him, who is your father? Did they get people into club by asking for their parents? Who born you? Before you can play for Liverpool, who is your father? Which village did you come from? Are you British? Why would you want to play for Liverpool? You're not from Britain. They ask those questions. When you can deliver 120 goals in 2 years or 3 years or whatever number of years, nobody's going to ask that question. The best of life. Do you want to enjoy the best of life? How many of us want to ride private jets? It's good though. If you are not used to one, you are missing, including myself. I've not entered the private jet. But however, I've sat in business class. Yet to sit in first class, which I will sit very soon. As long as I improve in what I do, it's bound to come. Today, our Father in the Lord flies everywhere with PJ by his mercies. Why? Improvement over the years. It was not like that. I jokingly told my wife, said, when our Father in the Lord first traveled out to Singapore many years ago, I was serving in the headquarters then, many years ago. When he came back, we went and welcomed him with trumpets at the Abuja airport. He ran back. He was so embarrassed because we were so excited for him that our Father in the Lord is now traveling out. Today, can we try that? It's absolutely not necessary. Because several jet out and jet in. Jet out, jet in. He said there are visas, 10 years visas, expiring in his passport. He said he currently has the permanent residence to one of the top countries, one of the top 3 countries in the world. Himself and his entire family have their permanent residence in their airport. In their passports. Because over the years, as they put in the best of themselves into their assignment, the best of life came to them. Many of us want to enjoy the best of life, but you are not putting the best of effort into your work. It doesn't relate. You can keep wishing it, but it will never come. Next principle of excellence is that the reward of excellence is heavier than the demand of excellence. You have more to gain than what you are putting into it. If you can't give in your best, you cannot get the best. Next, your level of excellence also confirms the quality of your character as a person. I can easily summarize your life by the way you walk. If you are the type that sits when others stand, you are the type that sleeps when others walk, I already can summarize your character. And the summary of it is that you are unserious. That's it. Next principle of excellence, that never in your life produce the kind of results you won't be proud of. Never. Make up your mind that I will never produce the kind of result. I am given a task. I am given an assignment. I am given a customer gave me job. I will never produce the results that I won't be proud of. Never. Don't produce results that will insult your dignity. And let me tell you, a younger customer can insult you, an older person, when you do nonsense job for him. I have to tell somebody that I expected more from you because of your age. But by what you have done, I am disappointed at your age for doing such a thing. I expected more. It was a deliberate, direct word. No wonder was it Elihu that said in the book of Job that age does not determine wisdom. That there is a spirit in man, and the spirit of the Almighty giveth his understanding. I said, I told the person, I felt that because you are of age, you should have wisdom. But I didn't know that age and wisdom are not the same. Somebody can be an old fool. And the years in a job does not determine excellence. You can be a 20 years tailor and be worse than those that came in 2 years ago. Finally, last principle is that excellence is a life choice. When you make the choice will make you. Excellence is a life choice. When you make the choice will make you. In closing, how do I achieve excellence? 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1, have vision for the best in life. Have vision. Whatever does not cross your heart does not cross your life. In everything you do, have a vision, a target, a goal that I must deliver the best. Number 2, have passion for quality. Have passion for quality. Honestly speaking, if you are a tailor, I will check what you are wearing before I give you my clothes. In my language, they said, I will first look at size what you are wearing before I deliver clothes to you. As a person, be a person of quality. When people see you, let them see your color combination. You might not be too rich today, but there is a way what you are using currently is neatly delivered. If the top I'm wearing now is having sweat mark and the shoe is opening up like this, many of you won't be seated here. How can a pastor be dressing like this and I will be sitting under him? I don't even want to hear what he wants to say. Let the message he wants to preach first change his life. Have passion for quality as a person. Another way to say it, have an appetite for excellence. Appetite for excellence. Number 3, be impatient and intolerant with mediocrity. Now, once in a while, mistakes happen. I mean, no matter the business you do, like we were discussing with me today, customer complaints can come. But your reaction against any result that is under par should be so violent that the people working with you know that this one has zero tolerance for anything lower than standard. That people around you know that, no Oga has zero tolerance for anything that is not the best. Be impatient with it. Let even your children, your spouse, know that you have passion for the best. And don't tolerate anything lower. I tell my children when they go to school, be the best. Make up your mind. When they come back and say, Daddy, I tried my best. I say, no, you didn't try your best. You only put in effort. If it was the best, you would have come back with a better result. So in the next time, hit the best. If there's anybody that has a position ahead of you, aim for the position. When my son was to contest for head boy, he gave me 2 options. He says, sir, can I contest for social prefect or the head boy? How on earth will I choose social prefect? When there is head boy option, I say, see that head boy? That is the one you will contest. And he won. And today is the head boy of his school and senior prefect of the school. In a school where you have millionaires and billionaires children, yet a pastor's son became the head boy. Because passion for the best. Passion for the best. Number 4, associate with the best. Because at times, the problem of some of us is our company. You know, they say in my place that a one-eyed man is the king of the blind. There are some of you, you settle down at that level because you are the king of the village. You know, when a village where nobody has a motorcycle, if you have one, everybody will be designing to ride with you. And there is possibility for a long time you won't think about car. Say, my bike. People take photograph with it. Always associate with people that are doing better than you. That is the summary. Never keep friends with people lower than you. If the people hanging around you, you are the best among them, you will soon join them. He said, A rich man with 6 poor people is the 7th poor man in a matter of time. Because it's easier to pull people into pits than pull people out of pits. So if there are 6 under and you are the only one on top, it's easier for them to pull you to join them than for you to pull the 6 of them up. But when you are hanging around with people better than you, what you are boasting of, their results will just humble you. A friend of mine wanted to get house, and they took him to a brand new house. In a community, when he was driving his brand new Camry, everybody stood up from their seats. It was a new house, built in a community of poor people. He drove in a Camry then, as at then 2008 Camry. When it happened, it was in the year 2008. Everybody stood up. He came and told me, you know what? He said, Pastor, I can't live there. He said, when I drove in, everybody stood up. He said, very soon, they will soon arrange armed robbery for me. Very soon, they'll be knocking on my gate for all manner of things. So he went and took a smaller apartment in Bodija in Ibadan extension. He said the day he drove to go and pay for the apartment, 5 people drove his car passing. It was 2008 edition of Camry. On his way to the apartment, 5 different people drove same version of car. Said, this is the kind of place to be. Where whatever I am using is not intimidating anybody. Associate with people better than you. That's where you can get better. This one, you are the one high, king of the blind. All your friends are looking up to you, and because of that, you are buganing. Proverbs 13:20. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise. But anyone that is a companion of fools, is a matter of time, shall be destroyed. There are people in your life that you need to change. Not because they are bad people. Some of them are Christians. But they are poison to your life. Poison not in the area of sin, but poison in the area of mentality. People that, where you keep average mentality people around you, all in the name of we are church members together. Church members. You are discussing your business with a lower mentality person. They will bring your business to their level. When I got married to my wife, I said, Madam, I appreciate you. You are fortunate to be one of the first set of people to marry among your friends. You can't keep single friends, man. Because if you start taking counsel from unmarried people as a married woman, what do you think they will tell you? They will tell you how to be single again. Simple. They will advise you how, now without any disrespect to those still trusting God to be married. I'm only saying when you get to that status, you don't go lower at that status. Look for people existing. At that time, look for those that have been married 5 years ahead of you, 10 years, and be relating with them on how to succeed in marriage. Whatever kept them in marriage for 16 years, you want to know. For 10 years, you want to know. Not that every time you are calling your friends that are still trusting God to be married, saying, you know what, my husband did something yesterday. They will soon advise you on how to be single again. Are you hearing me now? Listen, life must be lived by principle, not sentiment. Can I talk to you? Stop all this sentiment, church sentiment, family sentiment. If somebody is not at your level, change them. Finally, what is the 5th way to excellence? Attention to details. Excellent people notice what others overlook. Excellent people notice what others overlook. The truth is, people that lack focus don't become focused. They are attentive to details. Know how to dot the I. You know, it's very easy to know when somebody is not attentive to details. When you see their handwriting, they don't remember to dot I. They don't remember to cross T. So what is this I? Where is the dot? Is it necessary? Very easy to know. Attention. I am so attentive to detail that if you reduce, I know the number of chairs here. I was the one that gave the instruction. If a line reduces, the ministers can bear witness. Charlie, those that are full-time. Say, this line is not complete. Times I told them, you can't be tired of me. Can't. There are still many. Immediately, this man finished drawing work. I started seeing white spot on the black. What are these? Some people might not see it. I said, those white spots must disappear by next week. The first thing he came and showed me, he did this light. The first thing I saw was the one that the light was not complete. I gave instruction, that light unfailingly this week must be removed. That cannot be the light in the stores. It has to be done again. Attention to detail. I'm so attentive to detail that if I hear when in this speaker, Oga sound engineer, you know balance. You know balance. It's not my fault. It's because I am going to a particular place and I must get there. Are you hearing me? Rise to your feet. How many dignified men and women are in the house? Give the Lord a shout.